All right, boys, good morning. Hope you're doing well. I will ask you to quickly confirm if you can hear me, and then we'll continue the call. All right, perfect. Well, let's begin. So, yesterday's action, the morning session was just choppy. There's not much to say, but in the afternoon session, right after lunch, they took a Fed member's words, and we had a pretty big squeeze. Some things to notice about the Fed member himself is he's a non-voting member, and in September he was talking about Fed stopping rate hikes in October. So obviously the guy does not really hold much weight in reality, but it gave the algos a squeeze, an opportunity to squeeze. Now, based on the action just yesterday, yes, intraday it was bullish. The afternoon session, I did not play it, and I mentioned I would not play it. So that's what we had for intraday action yesterday. On the daily time frame, though, many of you guys are asking me, are we bullish now? And if you just look at the daily chart, if you look at S&P 500, it's simply moved sideways for the last 2 weeks. Same for the dollar index. The dollar index has simply moved sideways for the last 2 weeks. So yes, I was expecting an expansion higher in dollar, and that would have led to an expansion lower in equities, which we tried to see yesterday. But based on the Fed volatility, we are just back in consolidation. So does that mean we are bullish on the larger time frame? No. Are we bearish on the larger time frame right now? I cannot say that because we are simply moving sideways, and that's the scenario right now. Now we still have an expectation that ES would at least get to 3900 and dollar would at least get to 106 level, and which is why I'm expecting us to not turn bullish yet. So out of this consolidation, I still expect one more push lower before we can turn around. So that's the bias on the larger time frame. Let's look at intraday levels for today. For today, SPY is opening around the 400 level now. It's around 400 right now. So your immediate support for today is around that 398 level. 398 to 397, let's just consider that as a support level that in entirety. If we break back below 397, then we can go all the way back to 394 level. What can help in that? That would be the ISM manufacturing data that's coming out at 10 in the morning. So for the first half an hour, again, we are opening with a big gap up. I would suggest not to do much for the and what we can expect is if after ISM report we break back below the 398 level, then we can start to expect some downward pressure. If that 397 to 398 area holds after ISM and we see some bullish pressure, then we can go back to 401 followed by 400, 2.5 and 404 levels. So those are the levels for today in terms of intraday. How will the market play out? We don't know yet. Again, dollar is simply consolidating sideways. Yields broke out yesterday. So in terms of macro situation, nothing has changed. And I still expect a downward push from S&P 500. At the same time, in order to play the intraday levels, we'll have to wait for the momentum to turn down if you want to be short. On the other hand, crypto did see some form of dump yesterday, which could lead to the breakout in the MicroStrategy box that we had for the weekend watch list. And I've given out a trade idea for Coinbase. So check that out for zone to zone trades. That's the plan for today. Those are the levels. Now, if you have any questions, let's go through them one by one. I'll give about 30 seconds for any questions. If not, we'll just go and execute the game plan for today. The game plan, again, first half an hour, just take it easy. We are opening with a big gap up. No need to do too much. And then based on the new news event, after that, we can look for either a break below 398 in order to short. And if 398 level or 397 to 398 level holds, then for a long. All right, first question, getting into ICT, there's 2022 and 2003 mentorship. What's the difference? Where to get started? It doesn't matter. Get started in one of them and use his other videos if you don't understand some concepts. I think if you get started in 2022, that would be better overall. All right. It doesn't seem like we have that many questions, so I I guess people are still shook from the action for yesterday, which is understandable, guys. The morning session yesterday was especially tough. The afternoon session was something I just avoided by being out of the market. But you will have days like this. The only thing that will protect you is your stop loss. That's it. All right, next question. Would you suggest exiting SPY puts at this point? Got caught up yesterday. As I said, the first half an hour will be meaningless. It's the 10 a.m. report that will kind of determine the direction for today. Now, if your SPY puts have time on them, as I still expect an upward push from dollar, yields are already up, and we are simply in consolidation. I expect another push lower from S&P 500, at least to the 388 to 390 levels. So if you have time on them, you can look for how price acts around the 398 level this morning. Next question. I entered a couple scalp plays a couple days ago. Apple and Lulu. I'm currently down 30 and 40% from yesterday. Do you think I should cut my losses or hold? My expiry is March 10th and March 17th. If it's that far, again, wait till 10 a.m. and decide based on that, right? That's all I can say. You have to decide based on the intraday action. Next question. Any other trade ideas you're looking into? I got coin on my radar. So some of the trade ideas already played out, like Goldman Sachs played out this week. And we had another one. Apple first zone to zone trade played out. Let's see what else. Tesla, I think if it goes below 185, that would be a nice one. It's opening in the gap right now at 195. And yeah, MSTR would be something to keep an eye out on. All right, next question. SWI potential breakout. Let's look at SWI. Well, Solo wins. If it goes above the $9 level, it can move to 950. That's all I can say for now. Thoughts on Tesla? Tesla is still in the same box that we drew out on the weekend watch list. If it breaks below 185, we can expect a move to 160. Until it does that, I'm not touching Tesla. Next question. Longs are risky for now. Yes, we have simply been in consolidation. So if you guys want to pick a direction based on macro, it's still lower. So I would say longs are risky for now. If you scalp long in intraday action, that's fine, right? But overall, I don't really see a situation for longs. All right, Adobe and Word. Next question. Good morning, Prof. I'm in DIA puts March 24. Do you think I can hold? Thanks. I am holding my DIA position for now. Let's see how the action plays out this morning. Again, DIA has been in sideways consolidation since, well, 22nd Feb. So there's not much to do but wait. If it can, yesterday did not close above 9 DMA. If it closes above 9 DMA today, I will exit. If not, I'm holding. Next question. Good morning, Prof. Do you watch the 10-month moving average? Yesterday, ES bounced, squeezed after it touched. I see it as a longer time frame, 1 month too. I personally do not look at the 10-month moving average. And what does it translate to on the weekly? Let's see, 10-month for around 50 MA on the weekly charts. I don't really use the 10-month moving average. Well, I guess I use the 9-month moving average, so maybe that counts. Let me check. Yeah, price bounced right around the 9 MA. And again, it's just the start of the month. We got a squeeze. And we are simply in sideways consolidation on ES. So I'm not going to read too much into the price action yesterday. We'll see where we head out from here. All right, seems like those are all the questions for today. There's not much more to say. We'll have to see how the 10 a.m. report comes out and play intraday action based on that. I think how we close this week will also affect the swing trades. And yeah, as I said, dollar still has unfinished business up, and S&P 500 still has unfinished business down. We are simply in consolidation, so there's not much to overthink the move for yesterday. Let's look at how the action today plays out, and we'll adjust accordingly. All right, guys, I'll see you inside the chat. All right, one last question. Good morning, Prof. Can you give your thoughts on Ford? Ford is, well, right now it's opening around 12.7 level. It's been moving in a small range since the last 2 weeks, just like S&P 500. I think the 21-day moving average is right at that level where it's opening. As long as it stays below 12.7, it can get rejected there. That's a resistance. So if it gets rejected there, it can come back down to around 12. And if it can get above 13, then it's clear skies high. All right, good luck, boys. I will see you inside the chat.